Hey guys, Susanna here. Well, I finished my froggy. Got little bits and pieces left over from the kit. I've got some of these which I'm going to use in there, so I might even just use some of the flowers and stitches and everything that I used in here, and I'm going to be making my tag. So this is the fox one, and that was the owl one, and the red robin one. So what have we got? We're going to work with this one this time round. Okay, so I'll keep these over here for inspiration for myself, and then I'll get out my, I really like to get out my distress inks. So what I'm going to do, usually start with distress inking the edges and then just getting the little bits and pieces. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, which is a little bit like I might brown it a little bit on the top because you'll probably see it, and everything else will be on there. And I think it's a little bit stark on the front. Okay, now okay, I've got bits and pieces left over. I've got, definitely want to use one of these, so I'm debating whether I might just go with the green background like this one. So all the kits have got three of these in there, so you just have to clean these off a little bit. Okay, now all the little bits and pieces left, and like Anne, I really do like those little fuzzy bits. I think they look really nice, the edges, so I might cut off some of that. Where's my scissors? Okay, yeah, I really love what Anne book is doing with the 52 tags, and I haven't done it along with her, but once a month I make a tag, and so, excuse me, just a bit thirsty. I get inspired by what she does do, and I make a tag once a month. Sort of, it's going to go on the other side of the book that I'm going to be making from this. Okay, so I've got that. It's not quite wide enough, but we are going to be putting something else on there. Do like, these are some of the bits and pieces that is left, and I'm thinking I really love that purple colour. Still got a bit of the greens in there. Which is what I want. Okay. And this is a little bit crooked, so I'm going to straighten it. There we go. Okay, so that's about the length that I want, so always attempt to make the piece, and I might even quite like it when it's got little fray bits on it, but we'll probably do that later. So how wide do we want it? Have it going like that. Okay, might be a little big, but that's okay because we're going to be putting it together. Might even take a smidge more off and actually straighten it a bit more. Okay, can't believe it's warm enough that I need. I've got the air conditioner on the old Rattler. Now, I really do like this poddy colour, but I'm thinking, where are we? There's got a little bit of this as well. Whereabouts is that? Here it is. Got a little bit of that there, which is what is in his stomach. And I've got a little bit of that from down there. So I think maybe we can cut that. Looks like it's going on a bit of an angle anyway, so that way I'll get a little bit of yellow in. Don't know what I'm doing just yet and what stitching I'm going to be doing. Just playing with shapes at this point. I do want to have, I do really like this. I actually got this from Sarah from our collab, and I think it's really pretty, and I'm wondering whether I can have a couple. These are the end bits. Okay. The front end. I wonder if we've got any bit that's a little bit longer. Maybe that bit. That way I can do a little bit of colour. I mean, this is the only bit that's not on there. Where's my little? So I'm such a fuss pot. So we'll have that there, and then stick that along there. Sort of don't want to take away too much from that lovely fabric, but it is okay. I'm going to try and piece it together. Okay, and they're going over the top like that. This underneath. Is that the right way? Yes, it is. Because I do want that. Maybe we can have a little bit of a smaller piece of this. I want to keep some of that yellow in. And could probably make this into like a stem. There we go. And then have a tiny bit actually, you know what, I usually always like to do a button or something like that on there, so I'm going to use some of this on the end and have it as a tie. Started off bigger, but I like the way it's gone a bit smaller. Might have to cut it down a little bit, but anyway. There we go. So I'll put a hole in there and then that will go through. So what I'm going to do now is pin it and then try and pin it all down so it's all working together. I might even pin it down here as well. Okay. Now we'll get out some of our threads, which I have been using. Look at all the little bits and left. This is why you keep all your little pieces. You don't always get little pieces left in your kit, but there we go. Okay, so these are the colours I was using. I do rather like that, but I think I'm going to stick with the green and maybe just do a few running stitches. Oop. I took this with me when I went to my niece's place out last night, and they've gotten a bit stuck. Oop. Okay. So I do want to maybe, have I put a knot in it? No, I haven't. I might just do, I'll start it here so I know it's going to catch that, and do a bit of a running stitch. So it's holding that down there. Yep. Might do it underneath. Pin that down for now. Just pin it out of the way. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. I've been really enjoying watching everybody else's pieces, what they've done. It's really, really pretty on their channels, and it's very inspiring. I love this week's one. I'm filming a little bit ahead of time, but she's did the one with where she went to the seaside, and I really like how that turned out. It's probably one of my favourites so far. Okay, I might just do a couple. I may even use this stitch as well here, because that's what I used in the thing. So at this point it's just holding it together. Whew. It's been quite a warm day and I'm rather warm. Okay, I might just turn it off, and I'll, you know, tack this down, do a few stitches. I always like to do it 3 rows, so I'm going to do 3 rows along there, and then I'm going to come back, like I'll just sort of tack it so I've caught all the pieces. So I'll do another row there. I'm probably going to do like a stem stitch just here, and then maybe here I might do one of these little stitches there, and then I'll do the French knots and everything on there, but I'll come back when I've caught a little bit of it down. Okay, well, I've stitched that along there, and I've stitched this down, and I've tacked that down with a bit of yellow. So I've done the 3 along there, and I thought I'll do the little stem. But what I wouldn't mind doing, I'm just going to flip that up there. I'm going to come back with French knots. I need to hold this down because that hasn't been held down just yet, but I would like to, even though you may not see it up there, I'd like to do the little the Y, the little Y stitch. Well, what's this stitch here? Probably do a couple of them. Hopefully they'll come out. Yep. I might just hold this down. I just don't want it to move on me. There we go. Now, okay, it's going this way. Now we're going back down this way. Oop. And get all sorts of colours on there. So this is the feather stitch. Just seems to want to move. Like that there. Oop. Maybe we could just catch that there. Now we'll be catching at some of it. There we go. Sorry guys, sort of going all over the place, but it's really, really hard sometimes. I want it to be catching, but at the same token, seems to be going a little skew-if. Okay. we go. Oh, sorry guys, I'm really quiet, but it just, when you've got a few layers to go through and it doesn't seem to, like it's going all over the place, doesn't seem to be looking like much like a feather stitch at the moment. A wonky feather stitch. But we'll get there in the end. And what I was thinking I was doing was maybe a couple of little pistol stitch at the bottom, like a little garden. Got the air conditioner on in my I'm in the studio. I've got the air conditioner on in the main house, and it's just such an old rattler. So noisy. Okay. There we go. I'm hoping they seem to be getting wider and not looking nothing like what they're supposed to. Oh, good grief. Oh well. I've just got to let it go and then not be tempted to unpick it. I might just do one more here. And go down. Hold it down. There we go. Okay, a little bit quiet. See, things don't always go quite according how you want it to, but it's all good. Now that's going to go down here. And then I would like to use some of this. Oh, here's my, I don't know who that was. I was using this side. This thread, which I'm going to use to hold it down, seems to have come undone in the middle. Don't quite need that much. Okay, I'll use this one now. Okay, now I did tie it off. I may go back with this a little bit later, we'll see. Definitely want to use some of that wool. Put a notch in it, and I'm gonna stitch this down just here. Don't want it moving on me. Looks like I did the same with this. Okay, hold that down. And then I'm going to go on the lines here, like I did with the other one, and make the little lines on there. So I'll make them a little bit longer, and that will help hold it down too, which is good. And then we do the other lines of the other stuff in between. Okay. Okay. It's always good having extra holding down. And then what I might do is have that, I think I'm going to leave that there. Then I'll grab this little guy here, and I'm going to do those little stab stitches on this in the middle, in between, and also do some French knots. I really love this wool, it's so pretty, and it goes absolutely beautiful with the colour of this little flower. There we go. And then I'm going to come in and do some French knots. In the middle here. I just love it, and that's why I'm keeping that there, because as you know, I did the little French knots as well. And I have it flattened down, it's looking a bit raggedy. So might pause it for a second and come back when I've done all that, and then I might come back and do some stuff on there. Looking at it's a little odd, but we'll get there. Once we've got a bit of colour on there, I think it's going to look really quite nice. There we go. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back again. I've put a little tag in there that sort of represents this thing here, and I've just stitched some purple along there, did a little bit of the wool here, stitched a bit of more of that purple, put the bits and pieces in, and then I found some buttons and also did a couple of pistol stitches. There's a fly floating around here somewhere, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it down, and then I'm going to all the rest of them I've stitched, so it gives me a bit of a border, but I might have to do that off camera. I'm quite happy with how that looks. Okay, let's have a look. Now, cut all the little bits and pieces off. Oop, and cut into my tag. Yeah, real good. Okay. I haven't used this for a while, so I don't know how it's going to go. Probably should go okay. Yeah, I'm a bit like Rachel when it comes to this. Just prefer gluing. It'll go down. Okay, and then I might even sew it a little bit later. It'll be all good. Okay. Here we go. Quite happy with how that looks. I really like the little buttons and the little pistol stitches, and then I've just got them, you know, finished it off. So it sort of doesn't really have any rhyme or reason of why it is the way it is, but I really wanted to use that piece, and I quite like that. Matches quietly nice with this little guy over here. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I've got to put on the back. What is it? This is April. What did I put on the other ones? April 2021 frog block of the month. Cool. I like it. I'll do a bit of stitching on there later. Okay, and there we go. That's my little tag. I think I've started a little bit too late to do the 52 tags that a lot of the guys are doing, but I thought, well, if I do one tag a month, then it doesn't always coincide with what the other guys are doing. But I think I've left it a little bit too late, but I've just got so much to do on my own channel, but I still wanted to participate with some of the other bits and pieces, so I quite like how that looks. Okay guys, so there's the Foxy one, our one. Now you see the 4 tags that I've done so far. Move all these bits and pieces over. They're looking rather cute, so they'll be on the opposite page to what I've done. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you later. I really like it. The colours look really pretty together, and I love the little purple buttons. Thanks for watching. Bye.